Good morning, RCS students, family, and staff. Today is Friday, February 12th, 2021. Today we get to dress down in our Valentine's Day red, and that is a great way to end the school week. As many of you know, February is Black History Month. Its purpose to illustrate how Black people have contributed to this great nation. The NBC Today show has been running a Changemakers series this month to illustrate how Black people have continued to use their gifts and talents to impact positive change in our communities and nation. There are too many clips to show here, but there are two stories that I just love. One is Victor Glover, the first Black astronaut to serve on an extended 6-month space station stay. Then there is the Dockham drugstore sit-ins, where Black people as young as 15 enacted a sit-in at Dockham drugstore counter because they wanted to have the ability to sit and drink a soda, just like anyone else. Today, I'd like you to listen to the history of this Dockham event and pay special attention to the end of the video when the granddaughter of the owner of Dockham shares what she did to make amends. This story is a message of hope and a reminder we can all be change makers, no matter what our ethnicity, no matter what the color of our skin. What I loved most was the reminder that we are the ones that bring hope to one another.
Group of trailblazers from her hometown.
It is a fascinating piece of Black history that you may not know. The Dockham drugstore sit-in in Wichita, Kansas. What happened there still resonates today and just recently led to a powerful and emotional moment of reconciliation. If you wanted to get something to eat at the Dockham drugstore, how did it happen then?
Well, they politely told us we could get food to carry out.
Dockham Drugstore in Wichita, Kansas, the site of a civil rights breakthrough that's only beginning to get recognition.
We just went in shifts and sat there, and we were very quiet. Somebody said anything to us, we were not to respond to any negativity, of course, and name calling and whatever, and there was a lot of that.
In 1958, around 24 Black students decided to hold a sit-in at Dockham, demanding food service at the counter, hoping to prompt change at one store that would ripple through the franchise. A peaceful act that came with risks.
A young white male looked up and saw me, and he turned so he would bump me. And he didn't hurt me, but I knew why he did that.
The sit-in went on for 3 weeks until the owner of Dockham Drugstore walked in and told the store manager to serve them. He was losing too much business.
We were just elated when we finally could sit down and have a soda with our friends at the counter.
The Dockham drugstores eventually abolished discriminatory practices at their locations in Wichita, making this the first successful student-led sit-in of the civil rights era. But the story doesn't end there. More than 60 years later, a woman from Georgia, Tracy Harrelson, decided to contact some of those participants. Tracy, tell me your grandfather's connection to the Dockham sit-in.
My grandfather, Robert Dockham, owned a couple of drugstores under Rexall Drug Company.
Tracy was just 6 months old when the peaceful protest occurred at one of her grandfather's stores. But now she felt compelled to act.
I was a part of a Zoom call this summer. It was ladies, African American, Hispanic, white. We were all talking about the racial tension at the time. And, you know, how could we make a difference as Christians and as women? And Dockham drugstore sit-in literally came to my mind as I was listening.
Robert Dockham's stores once refused to serve food to these young Black students because of the color of their skin. His granddaughter wanted to make amends. What made you decide to reach out to the participants of the sit-in?
I felt like I needed to apologize for my family, and I also wanted an opportunity to meet them. It was a courageous thing that they did, so I did a Zoom call and met 7 of the men and women that were involved. I was able to express an apology to them and I got to hear their stories firsthand.
The video call, organized by a local TV station, lasted for about an hour, and the apology hit home. What did that feel like to hear her speak to you?
It was really nice of her to want to apologize for her grandfather. Thought it was, a big step. As a group, we really appreciated her apology, and it was accepted.
It's interesting because it obviously took courage for them to participate in that sit-in.
Yes.
But one could argue that it also takes courage for someone like you to, frankly, it was your grandfather, it wasn't you, but for you to feel moved enough to want to reach out and connect with them and have a conversation.
Yes, they're heroes. They have changed the course of history. This brought an extreme amount of hope, and I think that's what God wants to tell us today too, is that there is hope and there is reconciliation and there is peace available for the ones that are willing to come together.
Today, rather than a morning prayer, take time in your class to talk about your hopes for your community, the nation, and the world. On the second floor, there is a wall of hope. Please use a Sharpie to write your hopes down. Let them serve as a daily reminder for what God calls us to be. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America. Firmly rooted in our belief in Jesus Christ, Resurrection Catholic School provides a faith-based environment that empowers students to fulfill their potential spiritually, intellectually, and socially. We offer a rigorous and challenging curriculum that enables students to achieve academic excellence through problem-solving, critical thinking, and collaboration. We prepare our students to become mindful leaders with an emphasis on understanding and compassion for others through community service and global stewardship. God bless, and on this day, when we are holding early Valentine's Day celebrations, let us remember to truly live in love. Have a great day and an even better weekend, RCS families and students and staff.